What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. And the media in California is already losing it. And so are some of the political officials as Republicans in the House passed to pull back the CRA. And even though the Senate parliamentarian said that, the CRA couldn't be used for this, wrong. The EPA classified these as rules, and they can. And they're pushing this big issue of, it's 60 years of policy, and you shouldn't do that in the Senate. Well, actually, the Democrats in the Senate opened all of that up when they went with the nuclear option when it came to confirming judges. Oops, let me stop kicking the camera. Back in the Harry Reid days. So, let's roll the intro and get into it. So what is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage. So yes, all the CRAs, every single one of them have now passed the House. They're going into the Senate, and the Senate is voting on them. And the media is already in a firestorm. Gavin Newsom has made statements on it. It doesn't matter. They're going to do this. The CARB is going to come to an end. You're not going to have to pay extra money for a part that is CARB compliant. The green news scam is over. Period. End of story. Now, I saw this clip, and you can basically tune into any Bay Area news or any California news station and see the same thing. But I saw this clip here, and it just goes to show you can clearly see the bias and the fact that the media in California is aligned with the governor, and they don't want to see this policy go away. Roll it.
Today, the U.S. House voted to override California's plan to end the sale of gasoline-only vehicles by the year 2035.
ABC 7 News political reporter Monica Madden is following this story for us. Monica, the Environmental Protection Agency previously granted California waivers to allow this mandate.
That's right, Kristen. There's a tool that allows lawmakers to reverse regulations like these if passed using the Congressional Review Act, also called the CRA. So in February, Trump's EPA Administration Director Lee Zeldin asked Congress to use the CRA for this. Two nonpartisan legal watchdogs, the Senate parliamentarian and the Government Accountability Office, found that Congress does not have the power to block California's climate policy. But this vote shows that House Republicans are willing to defy the rules in order to help President Trump roll back environmental policies.
California's plan to ban future sales of gas-only vehicles is under threat.
The Clean Air Act is clear. California has the fundamental right to adopt vehicle emission standards that support our community's unique needs better than federal standards.
Last December, the EPA granted California a waiver, allowing the state to phase out new gas-powered car sales by 2035. 11 other states have followed suit in what's considered one of the most ambitious policies for combating climate change.
We have a moral duty to protect our residents from unnecessary toxic air pollution and environmental harm.
But Republicans say the policy is an overreach.
That my constituents ought to have the ability to buy for themselves the vehicle that will best meet their needs. And for some of them, that is an electric vehicle. But for some, it is not.
The GOP also arguing it hurts American car makers.
It puts manufacturers in a dilemma if they have to manufacture one truck for one state and another truck for another state.
Environmental experts refute that.
When China and Europe and other countries are so deeply invested in an all-electric future, puts the United States economy at risk of a car industry that will no longer be successful in the future.
Saying disrupting EV car and truck incentives will have broad consequences.
We're in the midst of a transition to an all-electric future. Anything that slows down that transition and disrupts it and makes it less predictable makes it more expensive for us to think through and more disruptive for us to think through.
In a statement, Governor Gavin Newsom says clean air should not be political and that Trump Republicans are hell-bent on making California smoggy again.
Needless to say, it doesn't matter what the media says in California, and it doesn't matter what the governor says. Once this passes and Adam Schiff and the rest of the people in power in California that want to continue to do these Mickey Mouse games they're not going to get their way. It's over. It's over. CARB knows it's over. They're doing last gasp. By the way, 2 more of their higher up officials are leaving for private sector jobs after this vote. Shocking. I think it's the people that work there understand that the writing is on the wall, and CARB, as you know it, is going bye-bye. Now, I've already heard the comment, oh, CARB's not going anywhere. It's going to still be there. Sure, it will. It'll be an agency with no teeth. It has no legal authority to enforce anything outside of the federal emission standards, period. And that was the whole purpose of this. It keeps the, clean cars to BS, no gas emission, no gas vehicles being able to be sold after 2035. Miss me with all that. We're going to be keeping those for a long, long time. But I thought it was interesting to see all the different media reports now of what's going on with this and how they're already crying like little babies that that this is going down. But tough. There's nothing you can do about it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what we do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Stay tuned this week. I will be covering everything that goes down in the Senate as they push these things through. So, and obviously when the president signs it, we're having a friggin' party. Like I said, give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And as always, stay petty, my friends.